Hi friends, welcome back. And for those of you that are new, hi, welcome. My name is Elizabeth and this is my channel. And what I do on my channel is I do my makeup while I talk about something that interests me, a story, some facts, or just an interesting topic. I feel like I'm also trying to find what works best for me to talk about, like in general. But so that's what I do. And please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down there so that you can get notified of future uploads. And also this message is for you. I know I have terrible handwriting. I didn't realize I had slanted it up that much until right now. But there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate every one of you. Okay. So I've already started on my eyes today because I've started filming and then I was trying to pause it for a sec. Sorry, I'm trying not to show this in front of my face. But apparently I pushed the back button and so my camera decided that meant it didn't need to save what I had already filmed. So that was fun. Anyway, I'm super excited about this look I'm doing today. I think it's fun. And I already tried to do this look with different products, but I didn't love how it came out. So we're going to try it this way and see if it comes out any better. And I feel like this look is also a pretty warm look, which is good for today because it's cold. It was like 32 degrees when my husband woke me up at 6 o'clock this morning. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to not shove this right in front of my face. But yeah, it was cold this morning. It's still fairly chilly out there. But not as bad. I also turned on the heater again today because it was 61 degrees in here, guys. It was cold. Yes, I do realize that's not all that cold, but it was cold to me. I like it to be at least, I don't know, 65 or so in here. And it didn't set off the smoke detector today, so that's good. Maybe it was just that first time because we hadn't used it in a while. I think I'm liking using these a little better for this look. I think it's going to give me a little more of the look I want. The other products I used weren't terrible, but I feel like this is going to give me more of what I'm going for. Maybe. Alright, so today I am going to be talking about a creature that I think is really interesting. And I actually feel like I first got interested in this creature through Harry Potter. Shocker, I know. If you haven't watched before, I really enjoy the Harry Potter books. I actually like the movies too. They're not as good as the books, but I do enjoy watching a good Harry Potter marathon every once in a while. I didn't mean to do that. We'll see how it turns out. But anyway, so imagine you're out on a walk and it's nighttime just before dawn. And you see this creature making a nest. And this is a magnificent creature, simply gorgeous. And you watch as it carefully puts every spice and clove and branch in its nest. And suddenly you're struck by how tired this creature looks. And yeah, I like that a little better. You're suddenly struck by how tired this creature looks. But even though it looks tired, it doesn't take away from its magnificence at all. And then you notice that, and then the sun begins to rise, and the creature starts to stretch, and it lets out a haunting, and its feathers are in beautiful shades of red and gold. And and then it starts singing this haunting melody that stops the sun itself in the sky. And suddenly a spark falls from the heavens and ignites a great fire that consumes both the bird and its nest. But don't worry. In 3 days, the phoenix will rise again. So yes, I will be talking about phoenixes today. And again, I feel like at first, actually, it might have been the first time I heard about phoenixes too was Harry Potter. But I think they are quite fascinating creatures. And I was looking them up today a little bit. I know I didn't do a whole lot of research beforehand. Sorry. So I'm probably going to be looking at the computer a lot. But so hold on. But yeah, I first got interested in phoenixes with Dumbledore's pet Phoenix Fox. I think that's how you say his name. Or I feel like that's how you say his name. Because I like Fox. He was a really good help to Harry quite a few times in the books. I think one of the saddest parts is after Dumbledore dies and Fox is out there singing the melody, is out there singing his sadness, and then finally he stops, and Harry's like, and Harry knew that Fox had left the grounds, never to return, had left like Dumbledore had left. Sorry. So, and no matter how many times I read the books or see the movies, I still get a little choked up when Dumbledore dies. That's still a rough spot for me. And when Fox leaves, that makes me sad too. And I feel like this foundation is quite orange in person. I don't know if you guys can see quite how orangey it looks, but I feel like it's fairly orangey. It's got a pretty orange hue. And I've used this before. I don't know if I noticed it then, but and I put too much on my hands, so basically I'm just trying to get spots I missed. All right. So, what is a phoenix? So, a phoenix is a legendary creature and it's probably one of the most well-known myths in modern day. I wonder how much of that has to do with Harry Potter. I feel like it might have a bit to do with Harry Potter. Well, not all of it, because it came long before Harry Potter. But I wonder how many people actually got interested in phoenixes because of Harry Potter. You never know. I might have to look that up. Or see if there is an answer for that one. So but the legend is famous for the many elements it's said to concern. It has elements of that life and death, creation, and even time itself. So the phoenix was known to be a majestic bird-like creature who lived in paradise. And the phoenix, like all creatures who lived in paradise, was known to live a good life. And after it had a life of unimaginable, paradise was a land of unimaginable perfection and beauty, and it was said to exist somewhere beyond the brilliance of the sun. And sorry, I'm just trying to blend that out a little bit. Hoping my face is not going to look too orangey today. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm super excited about this look today. I'm hoping it goes well. Anyway, so this land was a perfect land, said to exist beyond the brilliance of the sun. However, eventually the bird began to feel the effects of its age. And after 1,000 years, it was ready to move on. Which that is a long time to live. As the phoenix was known to live in paradise, it could never truly die. However, it was possible for the creature to be reborn. So, after 1,000 years of living in paradise, the phoenix was ready to be reborn. So, hold on. So the phoenix flew west into the world, and it was necessary that it leave paradise and enter our world so that it could be reborn. Because I guess it couldn't be reborn in paradise. So it flew west and came into our world. until it reached the groves that grew in Arabia. And and it stopped there to collect only the finest herbs and spices that grew in Arabia. Sorry, hold on. All right, so after the phoenix had collected the finest herbs and spices from Arabia, especially cinnamon, it flew on to Phoenicia, which was apparently likely named after the phoenix. And after the phoenix got to Phoenicia, it made its nest, and then out of the herbs and spices it had gathered, and then waited for morning. Well, the next morning, when the sun god began to drag his chariot across the sky, the phoenix would turn east to face the sun as it rose above the horizon. And it would then sing one of the most beautiful and haunting melodies known to man. And this melody was so perfect that even the sun god paused to listen to the sweet notes. And when the phoenix finished its farewell song, the sun god readied his chariots and continued across the sky. And as he readied his chariots, this caused a spark to fall from the chariot and to ignite the nest of herbs and spices and the phoenix along with it. And so they all went up in flames until only a tiny worm remained. However, don't worry, this was not the end of the cycle. After 3 days, a new phoenix would rise from the ashes. And the cycle would begin again, and the cycle would last 1,000 years. I've also read in some stories it lasted 500 years. So either 500 or 1,000 years, this cycle would take place until the phoenix would burst into flames and then be born again. I feel like I keep forgetting I have a handy dandy mirror in my hand. So that is the most common tale of the phoenix. And hold on. Give me just a sec. So there are some versions of this story that also say that the phoenix completes its, or does its journey from paradise to Arabia to Phoenicia, and then it dies with the rising of the sun the next morning. And there's another version where the story claims that the phoenix only begins to show, or shows its signs of age when it reaches the final years of its lifespan. Dang it. And and then it flies to the mortal world, and losing many of its lovely feathers and coloration along the way. And then when it finishes its nest, it sets itself on fire, and allowing the next phoenix to come forward. So there's quite a few versions of this story. I mean, they all have to do with the phoenix dying and then being reborn again, because that's what the phoenix does. It dies and is reborn again. And I think a lot of why I love this story, or I really like the phoenix, is I love that the rebirth kind of symbolism of the phoenix, because it, you know, most everything can be changed or fixed. You know, nothing's really permanent. Okay, death. Oh, no. Nothing is really permanent. There's always tomorrow. The sun always rises again. But when the new phoenix comes into its next cycle of life, what am I looking for? I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on again. Alright, so when the new phoenix comes to life, the first thing it does is creates a cremation egg. And with this cremation egg, it buries its predecessor. And so in order to do this, it flies off and finds the finest myrrh it can gather and forms it into a ball. And after it's done this, and then it forms into a ball, gathers as much as it can carry, and then flies back to the nest that it emerged from. And once back at the nest, the phoenix begins to hollow out its egg of myrrh, and then and it creates a small hole in the opening of this egg, and it places the remains into this egg, and then it carries the remains to Heliopolis and leaves the remains on top of an altar. On the Temple of Ra, and then begins its new life by flying to the land of paradise. So I think that's pretty cool. It takes care of the remains of the phoenix before it, and then goes to start its life in paradise until it's its turn to come back to the world. Sorry, I know this is not the best. This is probably not the best video ever. I don't think I've created the best video ever yet. Oh, I got it. But I'm almost done. So that's basically the legend of the phoenix, and there are different legends. I forgot that. There are different versions of the legends, but pretty much they all amount, but pretty much they're all versions of the same gist, basically, of the story. Forgot to do this before. Did the underside of this eye, so hopefully I don't mess it up too bad. Alright, hold on again. That's me. I think I'm about done. Let's look at let's turn on the lights. Alright, let's see. You know what? I quite like it. Hold on. I feel like nose could use a little more blending. But other than that, I think it turned out. The lips, I'll have to work on the lips a little bit. And so let me show you the eyes. Definitely need to work on the eyes a little bit. And this one got a little messed up. I got a little bit of mascara on there. But I quite like this look. I would do it again, definitely. Make a few changes. Work on it a little bit more. But other than that, I really like it. Anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Please remember to treat everyone with kindness and respect. Everyone has a story. We don't know what it is. So a little bit of kindness, respect, love, compassion goes a long way in this world. And this world is hard enough as it is. So let's work on making it easier for people. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!